Between the Stitches, a baseball show, back with episode number 3, talking about, you guessed it, baseball. Best sport in the world, in our opinion. And got a little bit better this last week with a few big names finally finding their permanent locations for at least the next year, some of them a little bit longer. We will discuss those big moves and some potential moves that may be upcoming for some teams still looking for some help. Give you some breakout stars and maybe a division prediction at the end. A little sprinkle in a divisional prediction. But either way, thanks for tuning in, and let's just get into it.
Let's go. Batter up. We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a home run, but even a triple's okay. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today. At the ball game, a wonderful ball game today.
All right, Jerry, we're here. Got episode 3 on the way. We got pretty much, the two shortstops, the two free agent shortstops, signed, sealed, and delivered to their teams of choice.
Yeah, kind of surprising too. Yeah, it was pretty wild that you
What?
pretty wild at this point in the career of those guys, they could just literally pick what team they wanted to go to
Yeah,
and
Story.
still get paid. Oh,
Yeah, Story had that luxury. We heard he was just milling over like 5 offers, 5 teams, each of them probably offering him just north of $150 million. It's just, it's fucking crazy. But I mean,
he might hit 100 home runs there too. That's another park where the guy is
yeah,
kind of built for it. Just a kind of
Yeah.
a dead pole hitter. He's gonna beat that wall up.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be pretty exciting.
yeah.
Not
So
really, though.
yeah, not for Rockies fans, unfortunately, but they got their guy, I guess. Random Chris Bryant signing that we already talked about. That was just bananas. But with the big name free agents, Jared, starting off at shortstop with not Trevor Story, but Carlos Correa. Biggest,
Yeah, that's
would you
weird
say
one.
would you say like the top? I don't know if he was the number 1 free agent. Was he? Like
I
Scherzer,
that-
maybe, but
wish
that
we
was
had
before.
that little. I wish we had that little list out still. I don't know. Correa's still pretty damn young, so I guess he might be the biggest name that was on that list that we looked at. Obviously a huge free agent year, but kind of just a weird move. Could not see Carlos Correa as a Twin in my mind.
Yeah,
There's a lot of places I feel like I could have seen him, but like he just does not feel like a Minnesota Twin.
Minnesota. So Carlos Correa goes to the Twins on a 3-year, $105 million deal, which is fat. That is a fat payout. And he's got an opt-out after first year and the second year. So if he goes and just fucking hates it, he can leave. But, dude, I don't know. It's one of those things where if he goes and plays like shit,
deal.
if he goes and plays like shit, he's going to stay because he knows he's going to get $35 million. But if he plays and does well, then maybe like the Twins are good. And then he would have a great time and be like, well, I like Minnesota because I'm fucking playing well. So, yeah, it's just weird because the Twins are just not going to be that good. And then now, like, dude, Yankees fans are in just shambles right now. Like, just piles of rubbish because they traded away Gary Sanchez and Gio Urshela, who they both, Yankees fans liked both of those guys. They took on Josh Donaldson's contract from the Twins, and all the Yankees fans wanted all fucking offseason was Story or Correa. And then the team that traded them, Josh Donaldson, and dumped a fat salary, just signs Carlos Correa to a contract to play shortstop. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but I feel like the Twins, as soon as they were able to get rid of that Josh Donaldson $50 million they owed him, they were like, well, I mean, fuck, maybe we can get Carlos Correa. But it's still weird because it's just like they're not going to be good.
Yeah, we
Like,
already talked about their pitching staff. It doesn't matter how many home runs that team. Didn't they was it them that hit the most home runs or was it the Yankees? Remember like they were kind of in that race a couple years ago?
yeah, it was like 2019. I think the Yankees ended up beating them out, but
Yeah, but like that was a juggernaut offensive team, and I don't even know what the hell they did that year.
yeah, so their
And
starters, dude, are
I
just
don't think that they're in a better spot right now.
well, okay, so they did get Sonny Gray, which is, I mean, interesting, I guess, but it's like,
Yeah, but Sonny Gray, like he kind of reminds me of Dylan Bundy, where like he's had like a couple really good years, and then when he's not good, he somehow goes 2-11 with a 4.7.
and I mean,
That's just that's what it's felt like.
Dylan Bundy's on that roster too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's their projected
Yeah,
number 2 starter. So,
some exciting stuff, huh?
yeah,
Let's
so
see.
Sonny Gray, Dylan
Sonny-
Bundy, Bailey Ober is their projected 3 starter.
He's like that big 6'10" guy. He's actually pretty good,
Joe Ryan.
but he's not.
How about that name, by the way? Really quick. Is that an all-time name or what? Joe Ryan.
Joe Ryan. That's
like,
hey,
like, hey, mom,
thanks,
could you
parents.
name me something that's really short, sweet, and generic that I'm sure nobody else in the entire world is named? Joe Ryan. Perfect. And then Randy Dobnak, aka Randy Gobsmack. He's
yeah, Gobstop.
he's projected to be their
He
5th
was
starter.
he's kind of a cool. I kind of like him though. He's like a sinker ball guy.
Yeah,
I
with the
think.
goggles and the mustache and
And I think he went to like a D2 or something like that. Or a
I know
small
he was
D1.
like an Uber driver, like in the off season. Like there was like a
Randy
story about it.
Gobsmack?
Yeah, Gobsnack was like an Uber driver. And let's see. Bruh. Okay. Randy Dobnak, 27 years old. He went to Alderson Broaddus University in West Virginia. Where is that? What kind of school is that?
And that's how I know. That's how I know he went to like a small school.
Alderson Broaddus University. Let's see. Notable alumni. I don't care. Division 2. Yeah, they're Division 2. So there you go. Good for Randy Dobnak. I mean, I guess he's in, I guess he's a big leaguer. So he's going to be the 5 starter for him. He's going to be on the same team as Carlos Correa, which is unbelievable. Looking at their projected lineup, I mean, it's not like that bad. Byron Buxton, Carlos Correa, Luis Ariz is Jorge Polanco is really good, actually. I like Jorge Polanco.
Yeah, he's a good hitter.
Miguel Sano is a refrigerator. I like Max Kepler. Gary Sanchez is, I mean, he's been bad, but then they have Kirilov DHing.
And he's supposed to be pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a prospect. I mean, fuck, I don't know. Maybe the Twins make a little splash. I don't know. Probably not, but I don't know.
I mean, they at least have some more notable names.
Yeah. I mean, like, if I was a Twins fan, I'd be like halfway excited, you know?
Yeah, you got Gary Sanchez and Carlos Correa. Those are some big big names. At
Sonny
least.
Gray. I mean, yeah, he was.
And we discussed Gary Sanchez about how he's kind of like just overrated because he was a Yankee.
Correct.
And he could hit balls out of a shoebox.
Correct.
And like we don't really exaggerate, but like left field, I think I did some research on it. 111 feet
At Yankee Stadium, yeah.
Yeah, to hit a
I
ball out
remember
of
seeing
Yankee Stadium. Yeah, I think it was 111 feet and 6 inches or something like that.
Yeah. Wall was like 6 feet tall too, 5 feet tall or something, super short.
Yeah. So it's like oh, that's cool. That's cool that you guys got Gary Sanchez. Carlos Correa is really the big name. Carlos Correa is obviously a freaking stud. weird contract. Didn't get a long-term thing really.
Yeah, I think it's
Just
because he
three.
just didn't like. I think he'll go to Minnesota and play, but I just don't think he wanted to like go there. But they like offered him the most money, and he was probably like, you know what, I'll take it, but give me an opt out because, like I said, if he goes to Minnesota and they just tank this season, just bomb, and they finish 5th in that division, even if he has a good year, I feel like he's like, I'm out of here. Like I'll just go do it again. You know, I'll go back to the Astros if. Or just go to a different team. Just go to the Yankees. I mean, for fuck's sake, the Yankees might just sign him. But yeah, Carlos created the Twins. Kind of weird. Didn't love it, but don't hate it. Just like kind of weird. And I hope Carlos Correa doesn't go to Minnesota and turn into one of those people, one of those players that sometimes goes to Minnesota where you just like forget that they exist for like a year or two.
You're like, oh yeah, whatever happened to Carlos Correa? No, he still plays. Still plays. One
Yeah.
of those situations.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, Torrey Hunter's still playing? He's on the Twins. You're like, oh, yeah. Torrey Hunter. Fuck, I thought he retired like 3 years. Wasn't he on the Angels? Like, yeah, he was. Then he went to the Twins. Oh, man. Like, I just hope it's not the same. He's not going to be because he's a great player, but I don't know. Carlos Correa to the Twins. And speaking of shortstops, Trevor Story. Boston Red Sox. 6 years, $140 million. It's a lot of cheese, Jared. The question is, the question is, who plays shortstop?
Yeah, that is actually
Bogarts is a free agent after this season. He has one more year with the Red Sox, and then he's a free agent. So who plays the shortstop? Bogarts this year, and then Story?
I don't know. Or can one of those guys play second? Stick Kike Hernandez in the outfield?
I'm sure they can play second. It's probably more of a pride thing than anything. Like, fuck you, I don't want to play second base.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. But how about that infield, huh?
Oh, it's a joke. Yeah, it's a joke.
That's ridiculous. That's you have Story, Devers, and Bogarts,
and then just a mix of Bobby Dalbec or, I'm sure there's other guys that could play first base for him.
And Dalbec hit 25 jacks last year, and he might go off even more this year.
The Red Sox depth chart have the first baseman listed as Bobby Dalbec, but they could probably put JD over there. They have Christian Arroyo. Vasquez as a catcher could go play over there. It's a great infield. Story, Devers, Bogarts, Dalbec. Sheesh. More so, you just mentioned Jared, but I think Trevor Story at Fenway Park. I know you also just touched on the Yankee Stadium. I think Fenway, the Green Monster, is like 110 feet to left field. And the wall's like 35 feet high, 40 feet high, but I think it's like 110 feet to left. So Story, realistically, again, we try to stay as realistic as we can. Probably has a realistic shot of finishing with anywhere from 70 to 80 home runs this year at Fenway.
In the first half for sure.
Like it's a great place for him to play. Like he's gonna tear it up.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be able to just turn balls off that monster
Just
all day long.
hook balls, just yank dead pull off the monster, which is good. And it's also fun for him too, because guess what? He's probably gonna make the playoffs like 4 or 5 times during that 6-year contract.
It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice to leave the Rockies and be like, shit, this is what it's like to play in the postseason. Not just barbecuing in October.
Yeah, this is what a high leverage at bat feels like. Wow, like I'm
not carving pumpkins right now.
Yeah, yeah. October 15th. He's just fucking. He's putting up the the cobweb decorations like up in the corner,
Yeah.
with his kids.
Yeah, he plugs in the ghost on the front porch.
Yeah, on the lawn, the little spooky
Yeah.
skeleton, the inflatable one. Like instead, he's standing in a batter's box in front of 45,000 people with Aroldis Chapman staring down his throat, just ready to fucking kill him.
It's ready to take Chapman's bitch ass deep.
So
Bang a couple times on a trash can, so you know there's a slider coming.
yeah, so
Jose Altuve hook one out
yeah,
to knock the Yankees out.
Story to the Red Sox, and then the last notable free agent. Well, before we get to the last one, Michael Conforto's still unsigned, which is weird because like he's like good. I don't know why
He's really
nobody's
good. I heard
signed him
that he
yet.
got. I was reading about how he got offered $100+ million contract.
And he turned it down.
Like, yeah, by the Mets last year, and he just turned it down. Like they had offered him. It wasn't like I don't know if it was like official or whatever, but I was reading something about this. Let me pull up a little quick article.
You
so
know,
we
I
can
think
figure
I
out
saw
what
that
the-
too. He turned down a
Conforto.
9-figure deal or something.
Let's see. Mets offered Michael Conforto a $100 million contract last spring,
Yeah, they would have gone as high as 120. Yeah.
and he told them to fucking pound sand because apparently $100 million isn't enough money.
But like how many years though? That's a legitimate question. I feel like if they're like, here's $100 million for 13 years, it's like, okay, yeah, it's 100 million, but it's 13 million bucks a year. Like I'm sure it wasn't 13 years, but you get my point,
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is, the reason that he probably hasn't signed, he probably like, you got to think his agent knew that like you were gonna have guys like Schwarber and Castellanos and other big time like kind of like outfielders that were gonna get contracts. So it was probably they were probably waiting because I bet you his agent didn't want him to sign early, take the $100 million, and then you watch a guy like Castellanos get $140 million, and you miss out on 40 extra million because that's
Yeah.
what the market is now set at.
Yeah, I totally get that, but I still think he should be signed by now. Like he needs to find a place to play, dude. March 21st. Like opening day is just over 2 weeks away. 2 weeks and 2 days away. Dude, like you need to sign with the fucking team now. Even if it's just a 1-year deal for 12 million, you need to sign. And then, like you just mentioned, Castellanos, he signs a contract with the fucking Phillies. Jared, this
Yeah,
was like really weird, really really weird.
that's
5
gonna be
years,
it's a good team.
5 years, 100 million. Jared, 20 million bucks a year.
They got money in Philly, I guess, huh?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but also like, are the Phillies gonna be good?
I think so. I have a hard time believing the Phillies couldn't be good with that team. That lineup is fucking good,
We
dude.
just talked about it on the Phenomenal Fan Show that they have Wheeler, Kyle Gibson, Aaron Nola starting for them. Those are good 3 to start. Their lineup in no particular order will feature Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, JT Realmuto, Reese Hoskins, Didi Gregorius, Gene Segura,
Alec Bohm.
Alec Bohm.
Too.
Dude, like
I think they're gonna be pretty good, dude.
like Odubel Herrera is going to be hitting like 9th for that team, and he's like not bad. I don't know. You're right. They might not. I mean, like I don't think they were going to be that bad before Castellanos and Schwarber, and now they add those two. Oh,
Yeah, and you had Didi. I don't know. They got a Gene Segura too.
yeah, Gene Segura and Didi Gregorius up the middle.
Yeah, that's a nice team, dude. It's a really nice.
I think
team.
it's always been kind of their bullpen though. I think their bullpen's always been the issue.
But what they finish up last year?
They finished like a game over 500, like 82 and 80 or something like that.
Yes, you gotta imagine with that little extra umph.
Yeah, they'll get an extra 4 or
Yeah.
5 wins minimum. Minimum. Their bullpen's
Let's
got
see.
they signed Jerry's Familia. That's a good signing. They have Ranger Suarez, who was the Wardle answer of the day today. Not Wordle, but the WAR Wardle answer of the day. They have Jose Alvarado. He throws 100-mile-an-hour bowling ball sinkers. Also, they have Sam Coonrod, who I wouldn't have known who the fuck Sam Coonrod was, except for the fact that every time he pops up in Battle Royale and MLB The Show, I draft him because and at least in MLB The Show, he throws like 102. So I don't know if that's accurate in real life, but their bullpen might not be bad. They also have Sir Anthony Dominguez. What a name. Sir Anthony. Unbelievable. Yeah, man, they might not be bad. JT,
Dominguez.
Bohm, Didi, Gene Segura, Reese Hoskins, Harper, Herrera, Schwarber, Castellanos. Yeah, man. Fuck. Good for them. Good
Yeah, it's good.
for
Good
them.
time to be a Phillies fan.
It is. It is. So that's pretty much the gist of the free agents that have signed so far. We'll just do one breakout player. Doesn't have to be young. It could be a guy that's been in the league for a while, but maybe he's gonna break out. It can be a young guy. You had to put your money, Jared.
Mine.
If you had to put your money on a young on a breakout star for this year, who do you got in the MLB?
I like Dylan Carlson for the Cardinals, the switch hitter. That's my guy.
That's your guy?
He's my guy. He's 23-year-old last year. I think he had like a little bit of a wrist injury thing going on, so kind of knocked his stats down a little bit. But I feel like just like anytime that you have a switch hitter, I get a little bit jazzed up, and he had some big games last year when I watched.
Get kind of juiced up.
Yeah, get a little juiced up. So, let's see, he was the number 13 overall prospect a year ago. Came up with them, finished third for NL Rookie of the Year voting. Just a guy that I think is primed for a big breakout. I think like you might see like a 25, 30 home run type of season from him.
I think that's very, very realistic. Very realistic and a good pick.
And that's probably one of my favorite guys coming like that I know of that's like actually made it up to the league. Obviously there's some guys that are like lingering in the minors that like I don't really know all that much about or like statistically know that much about them. That might come up and just go stupid. But in terms of like guys that I got to watch a little bit last year, that's my guy.
That's a good pick. A very good pick. I like it. I would go with my breakout star of the year. Could I have two guys?
There's no rules.
I have two breakout stars for Major League Baseball this year. Both of them are young and relatively not known. Number one, Camilo Doval from the Giants. He is got called up last year as a bullpen pitcher. He's like 6'7", 6'6". He had. I want to look up his stats just so I don't mess this up. But he was sensational when he pitched last year. He pitched in 29 games. He had 37 strikeouts, 9 walks, and he had a 3.3 even ERA in 29 games as a rookie. He throws like 99 miles an hour, and it's like a cutter. He's touched 103. He also has a nice sharp slider. I think this year he's going to just like turn into fucking Kenley Jansen. Like he's just going to He's going to be their closer, and he's just going to shove it up everybody's fucking ass. I think he's going to be nasty. And the other guy that I just, while I was thinking about this, the only guy I had originally was Camilo Duvall, but I added him in the last second, my thought process there, because I saw him hit an absolute fucking rinse rocket over the bleachers and on this roof today. Not sure if you're familiar with him, Jared, but O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates.
Oh yeah, I have seen him.
Dude, he's 6'7", 220 pounds, and he plays shortstop. And he's a switch hitter. Talk about switch hitting juicing you up. My God. 6'7", 220, switch hitting shortstop. He's got a super fucking strong arm.
But you say he's a shortstop?
Yes, dude.
At 6'7", so he won't be a shortstop for very long.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Cal Ripken was 6'6". And this guy's definitely going to be better than Cal Ripken. So, no, but seriously, O'Neal Cruz is going to be a beast this year. The part that sucks is that he's going to be on the Pirates. So, yeah, it is what it is. Can't do much about it, but I like him. I think he's going to be good.
Yeah, they have Ke'Bryan Hayes too, right?
Oh yeah, Ke'Bryan.
Ke'Bryan, yeah. He's that's another guy too. Like I'm surprised you brought up O'Neal Cruz before you brought up
Ke'Bryan
Hayes, because I feel like Ke'Bryan Hayes is actually the bigger prospect.
I don't know. I think O'Neal Cruz is ranked higher, but maybe not. I could be wrong. And I'm wrong a lot. A lot, Jared.
What top 50 prospects MLB? Let's see. Well, I guess 100. I guess 100 will do it. Bobby Witt Jr.
Ke'Bryan Hayes. Oh, he was baseball's number 6 prospect when he got called up.
Wow. What about you said Ke'Bryan Hayes was?
He was. I think he's off the list now because
he's off that. Yeah, he's off that list now. I'm looking at it right now, and they have.
Is Cruz still on there?
Yeah.
Or is he? What's he at? Is he their number 1 prospect?
No, he's actually their 3rd.
Really?
It's their 3rd ranked prospect.
Really?
They have number 20, number 24, and number 20, and he's number 26.
Oh, they have Henry Davis though. He was the first overall pick kid like 2 years ago or last year. I don't know who Nick Gonzalez is. Who the fuck is that guy? Why is he jumping up everywhere? O'Neal Cruz, dude, I'm telling you, he's 6'7". He's not a switch hitter. I'm mistaken. He hits left-handed, but he throws right-handed. He's a fucking beast. That's a
big dude.
beast. Last season he played 2 games and he had a home run. So technically,
yeah, it's kind of funny when you like start scrolling through the prospects and you see some guy you saw on MLB The Show 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird. Sixto Sanchez is still on here.
He's been in the league for forever, at least a year.
He's number 58.
Also,
I thought he'd be higher than.
Also, IMO, in my opinion, I think if a guy gets called up, the moment they get called up, they need to be taken off this list.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
No, it's kind of weird. Like it kind of seems like some arbitrary rules.
Like Ronnie Mauricio. Ronnie Mauricio played. Or not Ronnie Mauricio. Vidal Brujan played 10 games in the major leagues last year. Like, he's not a prospect anymore. You know what I mean? He's just not. I don't know what to tell you. He's just not. Shane Baz is still on this list. Like, he got called up, pitched three games in the majors, and then started a game in the postseason. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're starting a game on the postseason roster, you're just not on this roster. It's not on this list anymore. Fucking stupid. Yeah, good picks though, Jared. I like the picks for the breakout star. And then, Should we predict a division?
Yeah, I'm down.
What
Let's
division?
do.
What are you thinking?
Let's see. Let's just looking at.
Let's just take a look
see.
at it. Should we
It's
start
gonna
with
be a fun
the
one.
Should we start with the American League East again?
We've already. Well,
We did our
already-
predictions, but I think we should. This is the baseball only show. We don't have to do the full dive-ins. Just like if you
All right,
want to
let's do
give
it.
a short, if you want to give like a short, 2-sentence blurb on why you're putting a team where, right? Like let's just as a mock, right? American League East, 5th place Orioles. Orioles are going to be terrible. Everybody knows it. They're last. 4th place Red Sox because yada 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 yada. 3rd place Yankees. 2nd place,
Gotcha.
it's not going to be
All
like
right.
the full team breakdown, prospects, fucking, we don't need that
Yeah,
bullshit.
I got you. Okay, American League East. I'll give it to you straight right here. I'll give it to you straight.
Give it, Jared.
You're gonna-
Give it to me as fucking straight as an arrow right now.
Blue Jays win the division. They've put in the work. They've got the players. They got a freakish lineup. I don't give a shit how many stars you have in Boston or New York. That's the best lineup there. I think the Red Sox get 2nd place this year. I think adding Story to that lineup is just going to be ridiculous. And they can always pitch a little bit. And I think they're going to be all right. And I think they're going to get 2nd. I think the Rays are going to get 3rd. The Rays are still going to meander around and be like kind of close to a 90-win team, but you're going to need to win 95 to 100 games to win the division. And I think the Rays finally have that year where like they just get out star powered finally. And I think they're going to get 3rd. I think the Yankees are going to get 4th in this division. I just don't believe in that team really. Big.
Go ahead.
That sucks. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to think that the New York Yankees, with all their studs, could potentially end up being the 4th place team in this division. But that's not really a knock on the Yankees. That's kind of just a tip of the cap to how good this division is right now. And I think like obviously who knows, the Yankees might come out and surprise people, but I'm picking them 4th. And then deep down in the toilet.
Yep.
You have the Orioles, because they're the fucking Orioles. And that's it. That's the only explanation I need.
Yep.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear it. What are you thinking?
Blue Jays are going to win the American League East this year. Just no doubt, no question. They should win comfortably. The Red Sox are going to finish 2nd. The Yankees will get 3rd. I think the Yankees still have enough to get 3rd, and I think your assessment of the Rays getting out star powered is accurate. I think this year they just simply will not be able to keep up with. If they go on a fucking 3-game road trip or 3-series road trip through that division, and they have to face for 3 days a lineup that's got Vlad, Matt Chapman, fucking, the Blue Jays, and then they finish 3 games there in Toronto. Then they go to Boston, and they face a lineup with Bogarts, Devers, JD Martinez, Trevor Story. They play them for 3. Then they go to New York, and they face a lineup with Aaron Judge, Anthony Rizzo, Giancarlo Stanton. Like, dude, fuck. I don't care how good their prospects or their pitchers or whoever they have on their roster are. I think they have good players, but I got the Rays finishing 4th in this division. And then
I don't hate that.
And then I got the Orioles finishing not only 5th, but with the worst record in baseball. I think the Orioles will win 47 games this year. Like they might get they play every team in the division 19 times, Jared. They might go 0-19 against the Blue Jays. They might go 0-19 against the Red Sox, and they might go 2-17 against the Yankees. I mean, like literally that bad.
They kind of whooped the Yankees' ass last year.
I know they did.
Which is kind of funny. And that's simply why the Yankees aren't going to get 3rd place, because the Orioles are going to kill them. The Orioles are just a better team. Calling the Orioles a better team than the Yankees.
Just choking.
Um,
Like, let's just go through the roster. I mean, first of all, Trey Mancini at first or Anthony Rizzo? I'm taking Mancini. Like, opening day starter, John Means or Garrett Cole? I might go John Means. Who has more career no-hitters? John Means or Garrett Cole? That's the only thing that matters.
That's a good point.
No, yeah, Orioles fans, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's going to be a tough one. So, to recap, Jared had Blue Jays, Red Sox, Rays, Yankees, Orioles. I had Blue Jays, Red Sox, Yankees, Rays, Orioles.
I think you could safely go either way between with the Yankees, Rays. But I really do think that Trevor Story might just put that team over the edge. Also, Red Sox just haven't really been fully healthy, like on the pitching staff.
Yeah, also
It feels
Chris Sale,
Chris Sale is like,
he's hurt again.
is he?
Yeah, he like fractured a rib and he's just out for like 3 months.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, look,
Chris Sale's gonna end up being like one of the, like, obviously he's just already had a freak career, but he's just gonna end up being like, kind of feels like he's gonna end up being kind of disappointing.
5 days ago, Red Sox pitcher Chris Sale will miss the start of the 2022 regular season due to a stress fracture in his rib cage. And as for sort of timetable for the return, it's anyone's guess at this point, according to Chris Sale. Like, the fuck does that mean? Like, he said, I don't have any idea how long it will be before I can pitch in games again. The last couple of years have sucked. What can you do? Like, I don't know, stay healthy. Stop breaking bones and tearing your shit apart. I don't know.
Gain 5 pounds.
Yeah, yeah. Like eat more food. Because don't get me wrong, there's some guys that just like they have a really hard time gaining weight no matter what. But it's like you need to force yourself to do it. I just like when you have like muscles and ligaments and bones just flying all over the place when you're delivering a baseball, like put some muscle on, do some core workouts, and then maybe you won't get hurt. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's ever eaten. And then, like, since he got into the MLB and made his debut,
Like
he's eaten approximately one Uncrustable
per week.
and that's
Per week.
Yeah.
To get him over.
Per road trip. So like sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's like a couple of days, but he just packs one.
Do you think Chris Sale's one of those guys that's like the kid when you knew growing up that's like he only ate like dinosaur chicken nuggets and mac and cheese, you know?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that's
for
all
sure.
he ate his entire like every
Yeah,
time you go over there.
No, it's you're like, oh dude, no, it's cool. I got microwave burritos.
Yeah.
You're like, what? You're like, what?
Yeah.
You realize like that's not like a nutritional, like there's no nutritional value in this. It's like, it's cool, dude. I got fucking 2 Lil Juan's microwave burritos and like 6 chicken nuggets left in the freezer.
Yeah, yeah. Like, Chris, that's like really bad for you. He's like, okay, fine. I'll wash it down with a Mountain Dew and call it even. How about that?
Yeah.
It's like
It's got carbs in it.
Code Red Mountain Dew. It's like, oh,
dude.
uh,
That would there's nothing.
it's so
Nothing like seeing
disgusting.
somebody just rip a Mountain Dew.
Code Red too. Like, where do you even find
Just
that?
Mountain
Yeah.
Dew Code Red.
No, like I
fucking-
think Chris Sale was the kid when you were like growing up. Every time you went over to his house, his mom, the only thing they had in the fridge was like for snacks was like Go-Gurt. You know, like
yeah.
like that you didn't they didn't
To-
have like apples or like you can make us
Just to-
PB&J. Yeah,
Just
yeah,
toaster strudels
yeah. Toaster
and
strudels
fucking-
and Go-Gurts and like
and Chef Boyardee.
yeah. Oh,
Ravioli.
God.
A thing of ravioli. Dude, I would rip a thing of ravioli.
but I love Chef. Remember those commercials where the thing just falls off the shelf and just follows the girl, rolls on the sidewalk all the way home? It starts when she goes, "Mom, can we get Chef Boyardee?" She goes, "No, honey, put it back." She puts her head down. She goes, "But I love Chef." And then the fucking music starts, rolls all the way home and comes to the front door. Mom's like, "I guess we're having Chef Boyardee tonight." But Chris Sale is probably like, "Mom, I want fucking Chef Boyardee again. Fuck, warm it up." 'Cause he's such a scary motherfucker too. Like when he cut up those, remember like 3 years ago when he like cut up all those jerseys because he just didn't want to wear them
Yeah.
on the White Sox are like, "Hey Chris,
Could
sorry,
you imagine?
late
Could
notice."
you imagine being like the ownership?
Like, yeah,
And
they're like,
like,
hey, kind of sorry, late notice, Chris, but yeah, we had this promotion planned for a couple weeks. We're gonna just wear these throwback jerseys. It's not a big deal. Fuck no. It's like, why not, dude? And also, like, if you don't like it, we can just wear them tomorrow. Like, fuck. You don't have to take scissors, fucking industrial box cutting scissors, and slice up a fucking jersey. Like, calm down. That's psychopath, dude. Fuck.
yeah, no, I would be so annoyed. That just goes back to our fucking conversation about how some of these guys just have lost it. They've just been so privileged for so long that they just
Oh.
fucking think that's okay. Think to pull some shit like that is okay to somebody that's
Yeah.
paying you millions of dollars.
And they're like, Chris, when are you gonna come back from the stress fracture? I don't know. Shit, it sucks, right? Fuck. Like, it's not. Yeah, that's not gonna work. But, anyways, that's pretty much all we got, Jared. It's kind of in that lull period. Mentioned it on the Phenomenal Fan Show, but it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's no college basketball, MLB spring training. It's like how it was before the tournament. Like, it was just kind of blah. So we got a little over 2 weeks left, and then we're playing some big league baseball. So should be exciting. Should be a fun time. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Check us out on our social media channels: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Posting some stream highlights, controversial conversation topics, everything else in between, because what we love to do, Jared. So if we had to leave you with one piece of advice, it would certainly be to just simply lay off the high cheese, Jared, the high cheddar. It always
Lay off
looks so fat, and you could
Yeah,
never get on top of it.
You're not gonna catch up to that.
Yeah, so just don't swing. And yeah, otherwise, hopefully, maybe there's some trades. Maybe there's something going on in the baseball world. But we may do a few more predictions here as the time has rolled on and the dust has finally settled. All the guys are on their teams. We can accurately predict, pending an injury or something, where we think each team's going to finish. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. We will catch you guys on the next episode of Between the Stitches.
Let's go! Batter up! We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a home run. But even a triple's okay. We're gonna cheer